Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and I actually made this like a couple years ago. I think it was one of the first, probably couple matches of like 2019, maybe 2018. I'm not even sure. Shoot, I think I almost forgot when I started this channel because I feel like I had it for so long. But anyway, today is Godzilla versus Groudon. Let's begin. So Groudon is one of the few original legendary Pokemon. Actually, it was one of the first original 3 legendary Pokemon alongside Kyogre and Rayquaza. Groudon is incredibly strong. Actually was able to split the continent Pangea in half in order for Regigigas to permanently move them to their locations. So already, Groudon displays multi-continental power, being able to show that he's able to go toe-to-toe with characters like Mega Rayquaza and being able to absolutely humiliate a Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard X was capable of matching against, what's his name? Oh, 50% Zygarde. And 50% Zygarde is a part of the Pokemon lore, which pretty much has him, holding all 9, sorry, not all 9, my bad, I almost said 9 realms, all the Pokemon universes in place. This includes Arceus' realm, Dialga and Palkia's realm, and this also includes Giratina's Distortion realm, which is a mirror of the multiverse itself. So this again applies that Groudon should be stronger than that 50% Zygarde. Groudon is also incredibly durable, being able to take attacks from Kyogre, Kyurem, and Mega Rayquaza, even only being finished off by Rayquaza's final strike move, the Dragon Ascent. So this again shows that Groudon does have that durability. His endurance and stamina is pretty simple. He's been able to fight for weeks on end against Groudon. Actually was stalemating Groudon endlessly to where Rayquaza had to pull him. Was like, look, I'm gonna just beat both y'all and we all going home. Y'all understand? Yeah, I hope y'all do. So yeah, Groudon is also incredibly durable. Sorry, not incredibly durable. Oh my gosh, I already said that. It's actually incredibly fast, being able to tag Pokemon like Mega Charizard X, being able to tag Rayquaza pretty easily. And Rayquaza is easily able to exceed many times faster than light speed to the point where he can travel through dimensions pretty easily. Groudon is also incredibly versatile. He possesses Percival Blades, which actually just like as soon as they hit you, they explode. He has Hyper Beam, Solar Beam, Eruption, Magma Absorption, okay? Energy manipulation, energy projection, all that good stuff here. So, yeah, that's pretty much Groudon here. One of the few and most powerful Pokemon. Actually, if you really want to think about it, take away all the cosmic or extra dimensional Pokemon, Groudon should be the strongest one on there. You never know. But now let's go into Godzilla. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The WWE SmackDown champion of monsters for years to come. But still, we're going to see if he's going to lose this matchup. So Godzilla is incredibly powerful. Actually was able to destroy Mount Olympus pretty easily. Mount Olympus being an entire extra plane of existence itself here. But let's get into that good stuff. Godzilla's been able to overpower Destroyer, King Ghidorah, monsters that can easily destroy planets, even been able to harm Space Godzilla, who was able to survive in a black hole while being bombarded by supernovas. He was actually so strong in his time in Marvel, right, that he not only stressed out Hercules, a guy who literally lifted the foundation of the universe itself, and this is the 616 universe, which actually consists of more universes in it as well, such as the World Tree, which includes the 9 realms and which would also equate to 9 universes. So again, Hercules is pretty strong. This also equates to Godzilla being able to actually scare Thor and actually make Thor doubt his own strength, which is something the Hulk couldn't even do. Speaking of the Hulk, he's one-shot the Hulk before, and this is Savage Hulk. You know, the same Savage Hulk that can fight against multiple Avengers teams at the same time, both East and West Coast at the same time. Yeah, Godzilla one-shotted him with a stump. Yeah, Godzilla is also incredibly durable. He's taking attacks from Zeus, Thor, Hercules, Iceman, The Thing, Invisible Woman, Human Torch, Destroyer, Gigan, Monster X, Kumonga, I think I said Gigan earlier, right? Gigan, Megalon, King Caesar, and Gears. He's taking attacks from all these monsters that are easily on the same level as him and some of them, if not greater than him, got back up and managed to win those fights. Godzilla's also incredibly fast. He's been able to tag Redone and Batra with ease. Redone and Batra easily scaled to Mothra, who's been able to travel through time with his own speed. This is actually Leo Mothra, who's, I think, was the only male Mothra in that group. So that says a lot. Godzilla's also durable down to the atomic level, if not further than that, durable down to his very soul, being immune to corruption from the devil himself. It's actually immune to astral attacks from Mothra and Astral King Ghidorah, or at least, Mothra amped King Ghidorah, which actually had spiritual attacks. Godzilla also possesses the atomic breath, which has been able to kill Space Godzilla with ease. So, yeah, that's pretty much Godzilla there. Now, let's get into these two here. Now, when it comes to these two, it's not really hard to actually see how this fight would go. Godzilla has more feats than Groudon, but Groudon has the feats that actually can compete and simply rival Godzilla's in power, essentially, right? So these guys are essentially almost equal in every category. I would say strength, Godzilla's slight edge. Durability, I would definitely lean towards, I would say they're about equal. Healing factor, Godzilla definitely takes it. So if I do count the healing factor as part of durability as well, I would have to say Godzilla takes that as well. Speed, Groudon. Hacks, Groudon. He just has more long-range attacks and more long-range capabilities. So yes, Groudon is easily going to be able to pressure Godzilla if they ever get into a close quarters confrontation, right? But here's the thing, right? I think Godzilla is definitely fast enough and maneuverable enough to eventually close that gap. But here's the thing. If he doesn't close that gap, it's very possible he can enter his rage-like state. His rage-like state, or this Fire Godzilla state or whatever, pretty much came out when he fought Vegeta, this 600-foot monster that pretty much overpowered and slapped around every monster. I'm talking about Titanosaurus, King Caesar, Zilla, Varan, Cometus, Kumanga, Baragon, and Gearus. Okay? It slapped everyone around. Rodan, Jet Jaguar. It slapped all these monsters that have easily been able to fight against and damage Godzilla with ease. And then Godzilla pretty much transcends that level with that rage or this fire-like state, right? So we then get to the point where, what if Groudon pushes Godzilla to that state, right? Okay? So what if he pushes him to that state? I do think it's going to probably be a quick matchup here. And here's why. That fire state not only gave Godzilla his red spiral ray, which is basically a thermonuclear, I think I have to say thermonuclear or something on the lines or something similar to that, but it also gave him, this atomic pulse, which kind of pretty much exceeded the level. Oh, almost forgot the nuclear pulse. Oh my gosh. Godzilla has a nuclear pulse, which he uses for defensive options as well. Now, I do think that this red spiral or this infernal pulse or whatever, let's call it the infernal pulse because it was pretty much red and incinerated everything around it. I think that's going to be what's actually going to be able to deal with the likes of Groudon's Percival Blades. Because here's the thing, right? He could launch these at Godzilla, trap Godzilla in them, and proceed to produce multiple, and I mean multiple, mushroom cloud explosions. It's very possible he does that to Godzilla repeatedly over and over and over again. Now, Godzilla is going to be able to tank this and may even use his nuclear pulse to defend himself a couple of times. But I do think the combination of Groudon's Hyper Beam, Solar Beam, and, Percival Blades, Draco Meteor, or Eruption is actually going to be able to do some damage. That is eventually, I do think it's going to try to wear and tear at Godzilla, especially if they start at a distance. I do think Godzilla can definitely match Groudon's Solar Beam with his basic and normal atomic breath here, but I do believe that it's going to get overpowered by Hyper Beam. just to kind of like, you know, kind of simplify it, if you will, you know. And then we're going to have the point where Godzilla is going to realize that, oh, shoot, I'm getting overwhelmed. This guy has a lot more hexes than me, so I better rage out and do what I need to do. This is where I think Godzilla is going to use his his red spiral ray to actually burst through all of Groudon's attacks and pretty much just start overpowering him from there. Once Groudon's on the ground, I do believe Godzilla is going to use that time to close the distance, kind of like how he did with Kong and King of the Monsters, where he eventually got his hands on Kong and eventually started tearing at him. I think that's going to be the same case here. Another option that I think that doesn't really need to resort to that is that Godzilla is a much smarter fighter, being able to compete with the Gargantuan brothers in terms of intelligence. While they are smarter than him, he's still pretty close to them in intelligence here. So I do believe Godzilla is eventually going to just dive under the water the same way Kyogre would, and simply use that to not only increase his speed, but to give him a much better home turf advantage, if you will, right? So this gives him the home turf advantage. This allows him to outmaneuver Groudon and Kyogre. Sorry, Groudon. My bad, I didn't mean to put Kyogre here. And it's going to allow him to pretty much get that victory and get that W. He's going to get around it, close the distance, engage close quarters combat, and actually begin to pressure Groudon. Now, I do believe Groudon is going to be able to fight back and make Godzilla work for that win, but I do believe once Godzilla gets close, it's kind of a done deal, because you don't see a lot of monsters that can match Godzilla in the water. Now, Groudon can simply use his magma abilities to pretty much bring some earth up and put him out the water. But again, Godzilla is going to already close that distance. But if closing that distance doesn't work and Groudon then begins to pretty much pressure him with all these long-range attacks, Godzilla is going to respond with his own, and I do believe that is eventually going to activate his fire or his enraged form, and that's going to be pretty much GG for the rest of that fight, because Groudon's going to get munched. So at the end of the day, I just see Godzilla winning in too many ways. But let me know what you guys think down below. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and share it with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.